Long before the world called him magic, Earvin Johnson Jr. was just a boy growing up in Lansing, Michigan, where mornings began before sunrise and comfort was a rare luxury. Born in 1959 into a crowded home with 10 siblings, he learned early that love often came wrapped in exhaustion. His father worked long shifts at General Motors and later drove a garbage truck through neighborhoods that barely noticed him except to look away. His mother cleaned schools late into the night, returning home with tired hands and a quiet strength that never asked for applause. Money was scarce, meals were shared carefully, and childhood moved fast because survival demanded it. Johnson didn't grow up dreaming of fame, he grew up watching responsibility. Those early years shaped him deeply, not with bitterness, but with awareness. He understood sacrifice before he understood success. The weight of those mornings, the sound of engines starting in the dark, and the quiet determination of his parents became the foundation of everything he would later build. The weight of being seen. Too clearly. As a child, Johnson learned that poverty doesn't stay invisible for long. Riding with his father on weekend garbage routes, he became an easy target for ridicule from other kids who didn't understand dignity or hard work. The teasing followed him to school, sticking like a label he couldn't remove, no matter how hard he scrubbed his clothes or stayed quiet. That kind of humiliation doesn't fade quickly. It settles in, teaching a young mind to question its place in the world. Yet even then, something in him refused to collapse inward. Instead of anger, he developed resolve. He began to understand that respect isn't given freely, it's earned slowly, sometimes painfully. Those early experiences sharpened his emotional awareness and planted a quiet determination to rise without forgetting where he came from. Years later, when people saw confidence and charisma, they rarely saw the child who learned resilience through discomfort, or the boy who decided early that his story wouldn't end where it began. Finding belonging on the court. When school integration shifted Johnson into unfamiliar environments, the sense of isolation returned. He found himself surrounded by teammates who doubted him and spaces where he felt tolerated, rather than welcomed. The loneliness was subtle, but heavy, the kind that doesn't announce itself loudly but presses in over time. Basketball became his refuge. On empty courts in the cold Michigan mornings, he practiced before anyone else was awake. There were no expectations there, no judgments, only repetition, focus, and growth. The game didn't ask him where he came from or what his family did. It responded only to effort. His passing style, his instinct to elevate others, grew from that solitude. Basketball wasn't just something he played, it became a language through which he expressed trust, creativity, and control. Slowly, the court gave him what the world had not yet offered, a sense of belonging earned through consistency rather than permission. The name that changed everything. At 15, Johnson delivered a performance so complete that it startled everyone watching. His stat line was impressive, but it was his command of the game that left an impression. A reporter searching for the right word called him magic, and the name stayed. It was flattering, but it also carried weight. Johnson understood that names create expectations, and expectations can become burdens. His mother reminded him gently that talent should be respected, not worshipped, that grounding stayed with him. As his reputation grew, so did his responsibility, to teammates, to family, and to himself. The nickname followed him into college and then into the NBA, where it became part of sports history. But behind it remained a young man aware that confidence must be balanced with humility. He never forgot that skill opens doors, but character determines how long they stay open. Redefining basketball and himself. When Johnson entered the NBA in 1979 as the first overall draft pick, expectations were enormous. With the Los Angeles Lakers, he didn't just play the game, he reshaped it. His vision, versatility, and joy turned basketball into entertainment without sacrificing discipline. winning an NBA championship as a rookie and earning Finals MVP honors placed him in rare company. Yet success arrived quickly, and with it came pressure. Fame changed how people approached him, and privacy became scarce. While fans saw confidence and celebration, he learned that leadership also requires emotional endurance. He carried not only his own ambitions, but the hopes of a franchise and the identity of a new era. Through championships and accolades, Johnson stayed focused on team success, understanding that greatness is rarely built alone. His ability to elevate others became his signature, both on and off the court. When life interrupts the spotlight. In 1991, Johnson received an HIV diagnosis that altered the direction of his life overnight. At the time, public understanding of the virus was limited, and fear often replaced facts. The announcement forced him into an unwanted role as both patient and educator. He stepped away from basketball, not because he lacked ability, but because he needed to prioritize his health and his family. The moment was deeply personal, yet it unfolded in public. Instead of retreating, Johnson chose transparency, helping challenge misconceptions and encouraging compassion. Advances in medical treatment allowed him to manage the virus effectively, and over time, he returned to basketball in limited roles. His experience reframed his understanding of strength. Survival, he learned, isn't dramatic. It's disciplined. It's consistency, honesty, and commitment to care. That chapter reshaped not just his career, but his purpose. Building beyond the game. After stepping back from full-time basketball, Johnson turned his focus to business with the same intensity he once brought to the court. He built a diversified portfolio spanning real estate, sports ownership, media, and urban development. His approach was intentional. Invest in communities often overlooked and create opportunities where few existed. Over decades, his ventures grew into a billion-dollar enterprise, but wealth was never the sole objective. Johnson viewed success as a tool, one that could open doors for others. He emphasized mentorship, representation, and long-term impact. Through strategic partnerships and steady leadership, he redefined what athletes could accomplish after retirement. His business legacy stands alongside his athletic one, not as a replacement, but as an evolution. The same vision that allowed him to see plays before they developed now guided decisions that shaped neighborhoods, industries, and futures. Family, purpose, and perspective. Today, Johnson's life is grounded in family and perspective. His marriage, children, and grandchildren anchor him in ways fame never could. Living with a chronic condition has taught him attentiveness to health, to time, and to relationships. He follows a structured medical routine, respects his limits, and values balance. Through his foundation, he continues to support healthcare access, education, and youth development, informed by lived experience rather than obligation. Johnson often speaks about gratitude, not as a slogan, but as a practice. He understands that longevity is a privilege shaped by science, support, and responsibility. His story isn't about invincibility, it's about adaptation. Championships brought recognition. Business brought influence. But endurance, guided by humility and care, brought meaning. And that may be his most lasting achievement.